Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Data Dispatch. I hope you guys have all had a wonderful kickstart to your week. We're going to be coming up with a market update that's important for you guys to hear, starting, of course, with Palantir Technologies that actually pulls back a little bit, even in the after hours. This could be some profit taking after we see the announcement of the NASDAQ 100 inclusion. And just zooming out on Palantir with how high it's accumulated in market cap year to date, a little bit of a pullback is not necessarily always a bad thing. People start to get all, oh my God, where is it going? We'll be getting into the details here in a second. And they come out with establishing another partnership. This is keeping me personally bullish on their business fundamentals in terms of the actual expansion of the products that they're offering to clients. We're going to give you guys also a total market update. We could see some trading volume that decreases here with the anticipation of what the Fed is going to do regarding interest rates. That meeting starts tomorrow, and a decision regarding rates will be released on Wednesday. And we have new price targets for Tesla coming out from analysts, pushing it possibly to new all-time highs. In addition, a new stock starting to appear on the watch list from many other different content creators and investors due to the fact that it's at a 52-week low and it has a large exposure to the AI environment. If you're a new or returning viewer, hit that like button, subscribe for daily videos. We're growing fast and I can't thank you guys enough. This would not be possible without you. Let's get into the video. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm collecting all the data and dispatching it to you. Now, pop it up on the screen here. What you can see is Palantir Technologies closes at $75.75 and down at about $74 here in the after hours. And what we see is some consolidation, trading volume, about 126 million. This is likely, in my own personal opinion, some profit taking after the NASDAQ 100 announcement. And that's just some buy the rumor, sell the news. We have the reality that they actually didn't include into the NASDAQ 100. This is an incredible milestone. This is more of a psychological trading event. Now, could we continue to see a pullback? Most definitely, due to the fact that Palantir is trading at a high valuation. We all know this, and we all know that the bears are going to be chomping at the bit, being so excited that Palantir is decreasing in price. But for the bulls out there, because if they missed on the jump when Palantir was back in the 10s, in the 20s, in the 30s, you can keep going. Bulls, those are clearance prices for people that are looking to get in at entry points or looking at dollar cost average. Those are for sale prices. So it really all just depends. What's your perspective? How are you looking at Palantir? What's your time frame and doing your own risk assessment, of course. Now, looking at this, Palantir and Red Cat, they actually partnered to integrate an autonomous visual navigation in drones. You see, Palantir has actually secured this deal with Red Cat Holdings to integrate a navigation and artificial intelligence into the drones technologies company Black Widow Drones. Following the selection for the U.S. Army Short Range program right here, the integration of this software and the use of warp speed manufacturing operation system will transform autonomous small unmanned aircraft systems. So they're putting the software in the drones. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. Operations for different types of this modern warfare that will probably keep continuing to evolve on a technological basis over the next few decades. And what we see here, Red Cat actually jumps on this. They jump as much as 30.5% to 1074 on Monday after this partnership with Palantir was announced. So bullishness across there. We're going to see Palantir that is likely going to continue to establish these partnerships. I love to see these continue to roll out on a commercial and a governmental side of things because it shows me that Palantir is continuing to secure these key deals, which is really helping to evolve and expand its company. Now, on top of that, Palantir, what we see in terms of reaction here, in terms of news, is still a little bit of a pull back. Palantir, remember, one important thing, is up more than 300% year to date, and its relative strength is nearly perfect right now at 99. Has been trading well above its 21 and 50-day moving averages looking on a technical basis. So for any reason that we see a stock decline right here, chasing Palantir at these all-time highs, the risk for downside potential is pretty high, but nonetheless, we could continue to see momentum pulling into Palantir. Just because we see a little bit of a pullback right here, yes, of course, brings the slightest bit of hesitation, but nonetheless, this is not any type of strong correction or anything by any means, in my own opinion, and this momentum for Palantir is still yet to be put out. And with that, that's because the inclusion of actual Palantir into the NASDAQ 100, along with MicroStrategy, along with Axon, the other companies that join, they're actually not going to be affected by trading in the NASDAQ 100 until December 23rd. This was just the announcement. That's when we're going to continue to see a lot of passive buying pressure for these stocks that were included. Now, you're also seeing analysts here target adjustments, mixed ratings. You're going to see this anytime Palantir has a little bit of a red day. You see a lot of bearish articles that do come out. Of course, you have a lot of analysts here saying, hey, that is outperforming its rating. That is what Wedbush is saying, $75 and up, continuing to maintain a buy rating. But you see Jefferies, remember they downgraded a few weeks ago. A few of these other stocks, they're all going to pick these different positions. If they're at a buy, if they're at a sell, if they're at a hold, we're going to see that. We're seeing mixed analysts though on it because basically valuation is becoming more of a concern. But nonetheless, the market doesn't care about a lot of the valuations across the board, a lot of these stocks right now, because the NASDAQ continues to hit a new record as Wall Street is waiting for the Fed Reserve's meeting. Now, the Dow Jones is the only thing that does not finish in the green here, but the NASDAQ comes over another 1.2%, and the S&P 500 basically up another 0.4%. And you're seeing here that the meeting for the Federal Reserve could set Wall Street's direction into next year. Now, the big thing about the meeting and the federal funds rate that we are looking at is the market is almost, you could say 100% nearly, pricing in a 25 basis point cut for this meeting. I think what's going to be more of an indicator and a psychological gauge on how the market's going to be trading starting into the next year is what the Fed's going to give in terms of a statement or its remarks on the direction that they're going to be looking at. Are they going to pause rates? That's starting to become more of a highlight for January. Are they going to continue with the rate cuts? The anticipation, what they're looking for, people are kind of pricing in right now with the anticipation of a rate cut for December. Even though, if for some reason that did not happen, that's where we could see more volatility, a lot of investors are looking into next year. We do have, though, Broadcom, which is continuing to grow, leaped another 11.2% today, a big stock that's been very hot recently for a second straight day after delivering a profit report last week that beats analyst expectations. What we did see here with AVGO is on an absolute run up. Just a few days ago was trading at $178, now closing at $250. We could expect some volatility here, possibly a pullback with this big earnings report that they did come out with. One of the big stocks that is on top of the headlines today is Tesla stock booms to new high as analysts are upping their price target to $515. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Tesla closed here at $463, but came up about another 6% and another 2% in the after hours, currently at $472. And you have Tesla, Dan Ives of Wedbush here, upped his price targets on hopes of autonomous opportunity and also, of course, the new administration. Now, typically, this new change administration is typically more bearish and not as opportunistic, I would say, for EV companies. However, with the close ties that Elon does have with this new administration, kind of leads them as an outlier in this autonomous vehicle and EV sector, leading them, I think, to an important niche of autonomous opportunity. And the fact that we're seeing this bullishness across the board, pushing Tesla another 6% on the day. Now, one of the big stocks that a lot of people have been looking at as an opportunity is AMD. AMD, ladies and gentlemen, if we zoom out here, back here, even in October, late October, is trading at 166. We see AMD at a 52-week low here at $126. What people are anticipating is possible market share piling in to AMD since Intel has not been doing well at all. And during the AI boom right here, people are starting to accumulate AMD. We'll be doing some more deep dive analysis regarding the stock and to see, does the stock still have more to drop? Is it like catching a falling knife, or is the bottom being priced in here relatively soon? Now, what are your opinions on this? If you made it to the end, thank you guys so much. I'll check you guys down in the comments. Peace out, take care, have a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.